Do you really believe that the Muslims and Yadavs of Uttar Pradesh will punish the Samajwadi Party for being part of the Ram Mandir event?
I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so, but that could be their calculation. Because as you are
Okay,
saying, Iqbal Ansari's statement and all are an indication that they see it much above that. Okay, if there was
absolutely.
a situation, they don't see that. But if somebody is interpreting it that way, it's their call. They understand that. But the problem
Okay,
is they've not strung together a narrative, and yet they believe there is an alternative narrative. I'll just add one more thing, Barkha, before you go. I think Kharge's appointment was something logically had to happen. Now, that was Congress's idea at every stage that they will have to usurp that leadership position. And if anybody, any face has there been any investment consistently been done, it is Rahul Gandhi. So whether you like it or not, it will be pitted against Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, and that is precisely what again BJP wanted. As we have always said, if there was no
yeah.
Rahul Gandhi, BJP would have to invent a Rahul Gandhi. So that suited them
Okay.
very well, and that's how it will play out.
Okay, first to Ghanshyamji and then to Tehseen, and then we do have to close with Vineet and Dilip. Go ahead, Ghanshyam.
Well, I think that focusing on one day, one moment, one event, and saying that will decide the public's view that whether the leaders are anti-Hindu, they are part of the celebration of the nation or not. That is BJP's way of saying that. Do you think that people will hate the leaders because they visited the temple on 26th August on the Ganatantra Divas? No. But this is how BJP wants, because it wants the entire nation to be blinded by the
But
awe of that
Ghanshyamji,
particular
India
moment.
Alliance could have announced that hum jayenge 26 ko. India Alliance did not announce this.
If they announce again, it's because it's all working towards the BJP agenda. Their agenda last 20 days, Barkhaji, you will have seen on television, is every day get up, ask, are you somebody or the other, are you going to the temple? And when Manipur continues to burn, the rapists continue to be missing. All the other things continue to happen, which are central to the national agenda. If leaders have to go, they will ensure that they will go in a way that BJP does not seize that headline. They will go in a way that their faith is presented, but not in a propagandist model of BJP.
Okay, Tehseen, I think there's a question that the opposition has that is legitimate. I personally agree with you that in not going, they have made this a talking point. However, as you heard Ghanshyam say, they believe they would have been swallowed by the Modi fervor anyway. Why not go on another day when somebody will give them that space? Go ahead and react to that.
All right, but what Ghanshyam is saying is the alternative problems that are facing our country, which I completely agree to. The opposition has failed to make that still the mainstream issue. That is the problem. The communication is so bad. Even that letter of not going for the Pran Pratishtha, I thought could have been drafted way better. It didn't. I mean, I just felt it came across as it didn't come across as it could have been drafted better. Let me put it that way. So I think in politics, the reality is the BJP is a political party. It is going to do politics on every single thing. You have to choose on how you take on each narrative. By going there, by being present there, the BJP's attack, which is much more the words that Sandeep used, or the core constituency, which he was obviously alluding to Muslims. He wasn't alluding to Yadav. Let's be honest, what was Sandeep alluding to? He may now say it wasn't. The perception is created. Politics is about perception. You didn't have to. No Muslim cares if you go or not. The Muslims have bigger issues to bother about. So you've given them the stick to beat you with. Sometimes in politics, like in fight, you do not have to give them the stick to beat you with. Let that stick be,
And
then
you
beat them
choose,
with
and
another
you
stick.
choose the battle, and you
choose
choose your battles.
You choose the battle, and you fight on another battle, and you defeat them there.
Yeah,
Here they are attacking you. They're winning.
Yeah, but Tehseen, before Vineet reacts, you keep calling the coterie. You have alluded to Yogendra Yadav, Jairam Ramesh, even in our podcast. Why don't you hold the Gandhis and Mr. Kharge responsible for this decision?
So I do think that I do feel personally that the India Alliance leaders, all of them should have made a united show and gone. Now I agree that Prime Minister Modi will tower over everybody. I completely agree. But just imagine a Sonia ji, just hypothetically, Kharge ji, Rahul ji, because they are in your image here, Mamta ji, Arvind ji, Nitish Kumar ji, all walking together. How much can the media avoid? You can't. Imagine they're all being there. And then if the protocol is not given to them, if then they're treated as just ordinary invitees, it will look bad on the BJP. So imagine all these leaders coming out together. Imagine them walking together. There's one Modi alone and all of them together. The image is powerful. Imagine an Akhilesh Ji there. It's a powerful image. You got to beat image with image. Just
Yeah.
imagine that thing.
Vineet, Goenka, my question to you is this. The BJP this is the BJP's political movement. I will grant the BJP that. And therefore, why not take credit for it? Absolutely. But shouldn't this day be a day of unity with no sort of, illusions and inferences? In fact, there should be an attempt to make the Muslim community a part of this moment. That is what I would personally feel. How would you respond to that?
Thank you for asking this question to me. Before I answer you this question, there are 2 points which I would like to make and the audience be aware of this. 70 years back, it was Nehruji who opposed Somnath, and 70 months back, around in 2016, when Mother Teresa was canonized, there was an invitation which came from Vatican. Sonia Ji was not well. God give her long life and a healthy life. She sent an official representative of Indian National Congress to Vatican. At least now, she should have thought that she should have visited either, or official representative of INC should have visited had she not been in a position to travel there. So let this be known to your viewers. A. B. I will also like to tell to the viewers, there is an old saying, na niti, na niyat, na neta. So they don't have leadership, they don't have policies, they don't have intentions. But आज तो उन्होंने नाल भी तोड़ दी. The umbilical cord which connects this country is Ram. They have broken this particular umbilical cord also. And to answer your particular question, good you asked me that question. When this 10 crore girls got, my sisters got the gas connection or toilets, and when the PDS was given to 80 crore people, it was not asked, what is your name? They were not asked, कि आप सरला हो, सलमा हो, सिंधिया हो, सुखविंदर हो, सबको मिला था, सबका साथ दिया था. So Ram and Modi, both are for everybody. You see, whatever Modi ji has done in the last 10 years, he has never asked you your name, your surname. I like to call names. The way Pashin Bhai says, Asif Bhai, Asif Bhai, Asif Bhai. Firoz Bhai के पोता है, जो कोशिश कर रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है. But
Indira ji ki bhi poti.
Second
Indira
majority,
ji ki bhi
second
poti
majority
hai.
of this country, second majority of this country does not believe in Samajwadi Party or Congress. They rather trust Modi ji because Modi ji has given them ration, Modi ji has given them toilet, Modi ji has given them triple talaq se relief, Modi ji has given them education. So if they are trying to woo the second majority, let me tell them, आपकी नीयत साफ नहीं है और उनको पता है.
Okay, I want to give Dilip the last word. Dilip, this letter of Sonia Gandhi at that time for the Vatican invite is now viral, and I think Tehseen made this point that when Sandeep was referring to the core constituency of the Samajwadi Party, he didn't mean the Yadavs, he meant the Muslims. Perception matters. Perception does matter. And the point is that the least inflammatory statements on this issue have actually come from India's Muslim community. The most sort of contentious comments have come from politicians, not from Indian Muslims. Just giving you the last word. Dilip, you're muted. Can you just unmute yourself, please? And go ahead. Yeah.
That's a brilliant observation, Barkha. The average person on the street views this as a religious event which is happening. The Prime Minister, being the person who wants to preside over it, is being seen as just that. Politics is going to happen a few months later, and I think that the fact that the INDIA alliance has made such a bunch of, shall I say, chaotic noises about it has not enhanced their image. In fact, it has given more attention to the event, which is exactly the way it was expected to play out, especially in a situation where the entire media, top to bottom, is already either subjugated or happy to follow that line. And the fact is that this country loves an event. We are suckers for a circus, and that needs to be understood. You cannot ever ignore an event of this scale. Industry, every cultural icon, everybody is going to be there. So this makes for television. If you wanted to do something else, this was not the time to do it.